Hi, I'm Damon Dubois, and I am a concerned pet owner. I own a ball python, and it hasn't been eaten for about a little over 5 months. So we're here at Tri-City Animal Hospital to take him in to be checked out by Dr. Zimmer. Go find out what's wrong with him.
Two kilograms on the nose. So it's just over about 4.5 pounds actually. So, two things. One is, I mean, he's in, you know, he's not lost a ton of weight. He's got a decent body to him. But he is breathing a little fast, and that makes me suspicious that he does have a mild respiratory infection going. It's not 100%, but even if I were to x-ray, unless he's got a consolidating pneumonia, I wouldn't necessarily see that. So, you know, it really is better just to treat him and see if we do better with it. And so we're gonna do some treatment on him here. What I would like to do, it's a shot every 3 days for a series of 7 shots. You can do them here if you want, though it's kind of a pain to come back and forth.
And we're from Connings.
Yeah, I can teach you how to do it. And you know, if you're comfortable with that, then we would just you know, have you go ahead and do the shots.
How much are the shots?
It'd be $21 for the 7 of them.
Oh, okay. Sounds reasonable.
Yeah, so because it's not taking any of my time. Once I mix them up, you're gonna do it. I'm gonna do the first one, show you how to do it here, and then you'll do the remaining 6 at home.
And how does the ball python react to the shots?
Well, he's not gonna like it. You're gonna have to have one of you holding his head,
okay, good
and solid, and the other one then holding the area that's gonna get the shot. He's not gonna think it's funny. I mean, you know. So what we're going to do is we're going to get him on the antibiotic for 3 weeks. Then after that, I would like you to try feeding him, but I'd like you to feed him something smaller, like a small rat rather than a full-size rat. Okay. Idea being is it'll be a little easier for him, a little less effort, and maybe he'll be a little more apt to want to do it.
We did try little mice.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and you know, the only thing, and that's a good thought, but mice smell different than rats. So if you can get a small rat, maybe that will help. Okay, so and then if he won't eat it, I am going to have you get me probably a couple of full-size mice and a raw egg, and I'm going to have you bring him in.
Which I have in my pocket.
Okay,
and then, his dinner's over there.
Okay, because we would force feed him. I mean, I can force feed him now, but if he's sick, it's really not going to accomplish what we want. We got to get him feeling better, and then do it. And I would rather not force feed. I mean, it's always better if he eats the way he's supposed to. So I would say let's do shots for 3 weeks. I wouldn't even worry about feeding him the 3 weeks. Then when we're done, try a small rat. If that doesn't work, call me and we'll bring in a couple of mice and a raw egg, and we'll force feed him. And he's big enough to take a couple of mice, and you know, he's a very tractable snake, so he should be very manageable to get mice down him. But I hate to traumatize them with that, you know, him with that. So we're going to try to get it all more natural. Okay? So I'm going to go mix up some shots, and I will be back, and we'll do our first class on shot giving to snakes.
Hold them all the time and walk around with them, and
well, you can tell you
hangs out all the time.
Yeah, you can tell you spend time with him. I mean, he's very comfortable with people touching him. As a contrary, I just did a young one, you know, from PetSmart, and on that snake had not been handled a lot because it was young, and then it was every time he touched it, it was like flipping around because it was nervous. You know, he's not at all. So.
He's not nervous. He's curious, so what's going on? I need to check
Well,
out.
if you'd be this good about eating rats, you wouldn't have this problem. Right?
He's usually like, you put the rat in and he's got that rat. You know, now the rat walks all over him.
Well, there's always a chance of him getting bit then, which I don't like either. You know,
Well, he got bit not too long ago on top of the head, really bad.
Yeah, the rats they can be really, well, you can't blame them. I mean,
And the rat's got a really good temperament too. It's really sad.
if you throw me in with a giant snake, I'd probably bite too. Okay, what we're gonna do is to do this, somebody has to hold his head.
Do you want me to hold the head while you?
And
Okay, how do I hold the head? Right.
what you want to do is you want to get him right behind his head with your fingers like this, okay? And so you can't hurt him. He has a kind of trachea. It's impossible to choke
Okay, I'm
him.
gonna hold him right here, like this.
Yep, but nice and tight, and then use your other hand to hold him like back here, just so he doesn't go anywhere. What I'm going to do, and you need to be paying attention to this, but you'll have it on tape, is the muscle runs on either side of the spine here that we're going to put it in. I usually go in the last third of the snake because I think it gets better absorption there. And then you're going to stick this needle in between the scale. Okay, you're not going to go through a scale. You're going to go in between. So I'm going to just take this. I'm going to go poke, and then I'm going to squirt it in, and then I'm going to just rub that spot, and it's done. Okay, so you can see I didn't waste any time with it, and actually it took longer than I normally do because I was talking. What we want to do is just stick it in, get that shot in there, pull it out, and just rub that spot so it doesn't leak, and do that quickly. And he took it very, very well. And you know, I probably only went in not even a 1/4 inch. Okay, so it's just getting that needle kind of down in the muscle, just underneath the skin, and give that shot. So and we do this every 3 days. Genticin can be kidney toxic if you give it any more often. So we want to do it like that so nothing bad happens. So our plan is we're going to do these shots, so that'll take us 21 days to get through this. Then you're going to try feeding him small rat. If that doesn't work, bring in a couple of call, get us an appointment, and we'll get in with a couple of mice and an egg, and we'll get some mice down him and get him jump started. Many times, just jump starting them once we fix the problem is enough to get them going. The other thing I would recommend, definitely, is get a thermometer. I use the ones, if I have any sitting around, I don't think I do, but I use the ones that I buy them at Solden's, and they're a reptile tank thermometer. It's digital, and it has a little probe that hangs in. So you can just, it has a suction cup. You can suction cup it to the side of the tank, run that probe down on the hot end, and run it down on the cold end, and check it. The cold end is like 70 to 75. The hot end 75 to 80 underneath that heat lamp. You could go as high as 85 over there. So
he got cold. He got a cold from the weather.
Well, the deal is that because they're cold-blooded, their immune system is basically just like a chemical reaction. If you take a chemical reaction, lower it 10 degrees, you cut the rate of the reaction in half. So if he gets cool, if he cools off, his immune system could be working at half the rate that it should. Makes him more prone to respiratory infections, which are not uncommon in snakes, and the bacteria probably were living in his respiratory tract waiting for an opportunity. So that's my suspicion here. Like I say, I'm not going to go through x-rays and all that. I have enough symptomology here, and we'll and make sure the temp's right, and if you can, check it during the day, check it during the middle of the night. My bladder gets me up every night, so if I want to go check on my turtle that lives on our kitchen counter at home, then I walk out then, and I woke up and I got the thermometer in there. I just walk up and make sure it's running the right temp for him, so he doesn't get cold too. So I would do the same thing because the houses tend to cool overnight. Okay, so right now we've got a reasonably healthy looking snake that has a problem that could be serious in the long run, but we're going to head it off. If you think anything is going wrong during this period of shots, or if you're having problems with it, call me. Today is Friday, so Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Your first shot will be Monday, and I will be around all day. So if you're having a problem, try it early enough in the day that you can call me, and we'll either talk it through, or I'll have you bring Victor down, and we'll get him we'll get another shot class.
Well, he took it really good though.
No, he's perfect. I mean, and the ticket is to make it fast. I went between the scales. That makes it hurt less. This is a small needle, and then just, you know, just poke it in. And I was in on like an angle about like this. Okay, so that gives you an idea. And you know, we'll have you try it, and if you're having problems, I can help you with it on Monday. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you bet. He's a good boy. So you're